Hey there. So a question was asked of me today, and it was something that was covered last week in the tax course that I took. And so I think it's good to talk about it, slash, we're going to talk about it today. What I want to talk about is the EI and CRB payback. So with EI, there will be a partial repayment of EI. So if you have net income at 125% of your maximum yearly insurable earnings, which means you made $69,000 for 2020, you are going to have to pay back EI. And usually how that works is that it's not just at 69,000 you have to pay the whole thing back. I'm pretty sure it's 55 cents for every dollar that you make while you're on EI, you have to pay back. And usually, so EI comes, or the slip that you get is a T4E. It's T4E. And they do take tax off of EI, but they usually don't take enough. So you will have to pay back, or you'll have to pay income tax on the EI, but there will also be a repayment percentage that is put on your T4, or T4E. So you may have a significant bill at tax time depending on what the beginning of the year looked like for you. But that in the EI piece is a standard piece. It's been like that forever. The candidate recovery benefit, though, is a new one. And this is for the people that don't qualify for EI. So it's meant to replace the CRB program. CRB it must be repaid at 50 cents for every dollar that you go over $38,000 in the year. So depending on the kind of year that you had, if you were suddenly shut down, I know Alberta has significant changes to their government. Not the government. They've had significant changes. So some of their businesses are being locked down right now. And there was lockdowns in Ottawa and still happening, I think, in Toronto. And I mean, it's happening all over the country. So at the end of the year here, if you're looking back at your year and saying, oh, well, I made, I don't know, $80,000 this year, then you're going to have to repay every penny of your CRB if you have to apply at the end of the year. And that could be a problem at tax time, because who knows what the country is going to look like between now and then. And so if you have to, then absolutely do it. If you need the cash flow right now, then, and you're eligible, obviously, then definitely apply for the CRB payments, because I think cash flow is so important, and you'll figure it out later if you have to pay it back. But do be aware that if you made more than $38,000, there will be a payback, and CRB is also taxable. So even if you don't have to make those payments back to the CRA, you will have to pay tax on it. Any amounts that you have to pay back are not taxable, so you don't get hit twice on that. But just be aware that there will be a payback on that. And the same for EI, that you may have to pay back some of those EI benefits. So just to keep in mind, something to keep in mind. But like I said, if you need the cash now, apply for it. If you're eligible, don't apply for it if you're not eligible. And so there's that payback rate. I don't have it with me, but the payback rate I don't think is the same for the other benefits, but just be aware that there may be a payback for those other ones. I'm not sure what that is just now, because I didn't record it, but have a look. If you're going to apply for like the caregiver benefit or the sickness benefit or something, just have a look at what that payback rate is, and make sure that you're not going to be having to pay it all back at tax time. If you have any questions about CRB or EI or the other benefits, then leave them for me in the comments, and I will do what I can to answer them. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you tomorrow.